Welcome to Group 5's 5th installment of our RAINBIRD Cirrus software videos. In this video we will be covering some troubleshooting. Our scenario we have been given has golfers going off the back and front 9 tees at 8 in the evening, and we have to find a way to put water down on the course without getting in their way. So the first thing that we are doing here is seeing how long it will take to run all of the heads on our golf course for 10 minutes. We have all of our different 12 areas selected to be on. We have it all at 100% for the water budget, which means that they will take 10 minutes. Now we will do a dry run, starting at 10, turning off by 5. We will see how long this is going to take us. Here you can see the dry run in action, simulating the sprinklers actually turning on throughout the night. We can see that it stopped before 5 o'clock in the morning. We see everything ran as shown by all the 10-minute marks for all of the different stations. Now looking at how long it actually took to run, we can see that it fired up at 10 and stopped at 3:06, shows starting at 10. And stopping at 3:06 a.m. Therefore, it took 5 hours and 6 minutes for us to run the whole irrigation system.
The next thing we're going to try to figure out is the maximum runtime in our water window from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. just before we set out on the mowers. Okay, we're going to set up a dry run now for our program. We're going to make sure all the stations are set to 10 minutes. In our program schedule detail menu, and we see that it is 10 minutes all the way through. Now we're going to change our water budget. We're going to try out 150% and see where that gets us. Up to dry run, and we're going to set it to start at 10 o'clock and end at 5 a.m. because we want it done before the workers show up. And we can see there's a hard slant and stop right at 5 a.m. so if something doesn't look right, we'll check our monitor log, and we can see that some of the stations didn't run or didn't finish the full 15 minutes that we wanted. And that's where our hard slant at the end there comes. We can also check our dry run chart here and see that it completed but not all the stations went through. So what we're going to do now is try a different percentage.
As Dustin said, we'll try this again at a lower water budget. So we'll have the same default settings, 10-minute run time. We'll go into our water saver and increase it up to 130%. After this is done, we can run another dry run to see how the results will come. So start at 10, end at 5 a.m. As 3 a.m. starts to come around, we can see a nice slow gradual decline of the GPM. We can check our monitor log, see that all our heads ran for 13 minutes, and scroll all the way down, make sure you get all of them. Then you want to open up your dry run chart. We can see our 12 out of 12 programs ran and completed. We were finished at 4:57 a.m. To answer the question, the maximum runtime for our water window is 13 minutes per rotor.
All right, so if you're not getting enough water onto your course in your water window, you got to figure out a way to get more on. So this part here is going to show you how to chase the golfers. We know that golfers are allowed out on hole 1 and hole 10 at 8 o'clock. So we're going to have our irrigation start at 8:15. Pick your program, and on all your programs, we're going to put it to 8:15 p.m. start, so that there's no water going on any golfers before that time. And then once you got that all done, then go to your schedule, and for each hole, we're going to schedule it to go 15 minutes later, so that at the very most, it should take your golfers 15 minutes to finish a hole, so that we're chasing them through. And so that was the front 9, and then we go to the back 9, do the same thing, 8:15 start, and go through all 9 holes. All right, so after we get the program schedule all done, we will do our dry run and enter our start time as 8 o'clock, because we want the water to start at 8:15. And then we do the dry run. Done. We will see that if you look there, it goes and it shows that it didn't start watering till 8:15. And look at all the greens, shows that, yeah, 1 and 10 were good. And then it finishes, went to the dry run table and show that it started at 8:15 and it was finished at 4:01.
We're going to look at our max amount of runtime in our water window from 8:15 to 5 a.m. chasing the golfers off the course. So we were at 130% from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. So now that we're going to 8:15 to 5 a.m., we can bump that up. We figured it out, it was going to be 165%, which will give us 16 minutes of runtime. We'll do a dry run starting at 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Hit play. So it stops right before 5. We'll go to our dry run log time. We can see that it ran for 16 minutes and everything got watered, even all the rough. So then we'll go back and go to our dry run program schedule log. You can see that everything was turned on at 8:15 and then it shut off, completed its cycle at 4:54, so right before our maintenance guys get out on the course. So with this video now, you should be able to run your program situated around the golfers. You can chase them off the property and you can open up your water window by an additional couple hours instead of just going from 10 p.m. to 5 p.m. And I hope this video helped.